Can you see me?
No, we can't.
No. Okay, while I sort out my camera situation, Joey, may you please open this session for us in a word of prayer?
Excuse me?
May you please pray?
Okay. Let us pray, and we are praying. Our Heavenly Father, holy and gracious is thy name, Father. We call upon thy holy name as we are about to dive deep into today's lesson or presentation, Father Lord. We want to ask and invite you in the lesson, Father Lord, that you grant us knowledge and understanding, Father Lord, that we also put everything into heart that we are about to learn and discover today, Father Lord. We pray that we learn to cultivate these lessons into our daily lives, that we may be better Christians and also better at our hygiene, Father Lord. I pray in this holy beloved name, may the holy will be done. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much for the prayer, Joey. Welcome to all who are joining us. Oh, we are live? Okay, awesome. So, who's excited for today's discussion?
We are here.
Awesome. Also, I would like, to just encourage everybody to please turn on your cameras, please, if you can. And also, if you're presenting today, please turn on your camera, okay? Because, yeah, it's a discussion and we kind of also want to know who's talking to us. Please. And also, if you're not saying anything, it's always nice to see that someone is listening. So don't be shy, don't be shy. But yeah, maybe someone can, okay. Today's topic is personal hygiene. While we wait, I guess, for more people to join, because I don't see our first presenter and time, but maybe anybody who's currently listening, watching, I don't know, can maybe tell us or share thoughts about the topic. What do you think we'll be discussing today regarding personal hygiene?
Can the question please be repeated? Sorry for that.
Excuse me?
I'm saying, can the question please be repeated? I did not get the question quite well.
Okay, for today's discussion, right? Personal hygiene. What are your thoughts when you saw this topic? What came to mind? Would you like to share any immediate thoughts? I see a hand from Chadi.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hope you can hear my voice. Okay. Okay. Yeah. The thought or the thing that came to my mind regarding the topic is that sorry, I'm just being confused by looking at Joey's camera, but yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I was saying the first thought which came to my mind was that God does care about personal hygiene. I was actually doing it when I study on it throughout the week, and I've noticed that you remember when in Exodus chapter 3, when God met or Moses met God at the burning bush. He asked him to remove, the sandals and everything. He didn't want, those particle of dust or anything like that to kind of spoil the holy place, which was there. And even the same command was given to the high priest, in the sanctuary, that they had to wash their feet and hands before they get into the presence of God. And you'll see this again. You see you see this again over and over again in the Bible, like that aspect of when being in the presence of God, you really have to uh you know to make sure that there's nothing like the hygiene has to be okay, boss. Like no dirt or anything like that on you. So I really think this is a very important topic to discuss about, because as we go through it, you understand that there's certain things that we just bring upon ourselves because of lack of personal hygiene, and this is so. I think we just neglect this, but yo, when I was really going through this, I was like, yo, there's so many things that we neglect, but they bear some uh they bear so many consequences. So we should really yeah should really be careful about how our hygiene is being practiced. Yes, it's a little that I wanted to share.
Hey, thank you for your comment, Chadi. And indeed, our personal hygiene does matter, not just in the spiritual sense, but also in our day-to-day associations with people and even just ourselves. Because I read this, I'm not sure which book exactly it was, but it mentioned that angels refuse to be in an environment that is dirty or disorganized. So yeah, what about our bodies, especially if we're not deliberately taking action in making sure that we are clean? And maybe somewhere down this discussion today, we will discuss or relate how your physical cleanliness can perhaps influence you spiritually. Maybe some people are physically careless and they wonder why they're spiritually careless as well, and they don't see the link, or vice versa. So we should just keep that in mind. But for the sake of time, I still don't see our first presenter, which is very sad. But for the sake of time, I'm trying to activate the camera, which is a bit tricky right now. But for the sake of time, oh, I see Joey. Joey has his hand up. Joey, please go ahead. And also, can we please keep our comments very short? Hey, let us keep them short.
Okay, yeah. Just to describe the word personal hygiene, it's the way one takes care of his or her body. And then emphasizing more on the personal part, it means your hygiene becomes your responsibility as an individual, meaning no one should push you to take care of your body, or no one should push you, when it comes to your hygiene. Like, no one should tell you, no, can you please go bath? Can you please comb your hair? It means it is personal. It means it's now. It is what? It is your responsibility as a person or as a human being, your own responsibility, not others' responsibilities, to take care of your body for you.
That is true. That is so true. I hear that our first presenter is here. I believe our presenter is Zodwa. Right? Or please correct me if I'm wrong, because last time I checked it was Zodwa. Zodwa, are you here? No.
Hi guys, can you hear me? I don't know. I'm struggling to hear you guys, so We can hear you.
Yes, we can. Zodwa, may you please turn on your camera, please, just, to be more engaging with the crowd. I'm still trying to sort out mine, please. I'm asking you nicely.
Can we not do these things here?
Please.
Good. I don't have the happiest facial expression today. Sorry.
No problem. But yeah, Zodwa, please go ahead with your small presentation.
Okay. So I'm talking about the face. I just remember that I'm talking about this thing when I joined Zoom, and yeah. So
Zodwa, hold on. I really apologize for cutting you. Yeah, I just forgot to mention as well that we are tackling different parts of the body and how one can be unhygienic in those particular parts of the body. Okay, so there are presenters that will give a short presentation for a maximum of 7 minutes, and then the floor will be open for discussion. So if you have any questions, please wait for the presenter to finish. So our first body part is the face and the head. So Adwa, please continue.
okay. I'm talking about the face, like I said, and maybe some of us might not know what the face is, but I believe we all know. But our face plays a very critical, important physical attractiveness. I want to emphasize on the physical attractiveness, because I'm sure there are questions that normally go around where someone is asked, when you first see someone, what is the first thing that you notice in this person? Some people will say the face, some will say the head, some will say I'm probably going to look at the person's toes. But the main point that stands out is that most people look at your face. They want to see, who is this person in front of me? How does this person look like? And our face is one of the most important possessions that we have on our body. I'm not saying that it is the only important, body part, but it is one of. And it's normally referred to as the organ of emotion, because, we express our feelings. We talk of body language, and most of our emotions and expressions come from our face. If someone twists their mouth, you would see them. So how is one unclean or unhygienic on the face? You're unhygienic when you don't wash your face. Okay. For girls, they suffer with acne, and I know it's not only girls, it's boys as well. There's some, there's stages of acne, and acne really becomes bad when you actually don't take care of your face. Because I don't know, maybe I just exaggerate, but as a female, I wash my face 2 times a day. Okay, and then I do other things like face masks, face scrubs, all those nice things when they tell us on YouTube, they buy the skincare. So you're unhygienic when you don't wash your face. You don't change your pillowcases. Some people believe that, actually this is for guys. Guys believe that when you have black pillowcases, you can have the same set of beddings for a month. Nebra, what are you doing? That is very, very unhygienic, because the pillow that we sleep on, when we sleep, sometimes when you sleep, you there's some people, when you wake up, you find that you have stains of white stuff on your mouth. That saliva comes out of your mouth while you're asleep, and it goes onto your pillow, and it leaves bacteria there, you see. And these bacteria get into your skin, which causes acne. Once again, one of the causes of acne is dirt. when you don't constantly wash your face. So now if you're sleeping with the same pillowcase for a month, like seriously, and you don't, let's say you don't even brush your teeth at night. So like imagine how many bacteria are going onto that pillow. So now I have talked about how you can be unhygienic on the face, and now we talk about the solutions. What are you going to do to avoid this stuff? To be attractively presentable in front of people, you will wash your face, obviously. You will moisturize it. You will change your pillowcases at least after every 2 weeks. If you are not that much of, a hygienic person. For some hygiene obsessed people like myself, pillowcases are changed every 1 week, or even just when I feel like I've had this thing for too long, man, even if it's 3 days, change it. And so wash your face, change your pillowcases. And also the face involves the head, right? So when you don't wash your hair, for example, you're gonna have lice. Lice was very common back in the days. Okay, let me just say lice was common at the village. Lice is this small black, I don't know if I think they're insects that stay in your hair. And lice doesn't only stay in hair, mind you, it stays in clothes as well. So it's this thing that stay in your hair, and then people who've had lice before, they say it itches, you have a lot of dandruff. That's because you're not washing your hair. I know we try to find excuses of not washing our hair or not bathing or not washing your face. We listen to these YouTubers that tell us you don't have to bath every day, or you don't have to wash your hair every day. Do not listen to what some of those things that people tell us to do is things that work for them. Some people, it works if they don't bath 2 days. Now you're not going to bath or wash your hair for 2 days, and in those 2 days, it smells unpleasant. Yeah. So please, let's be hygienic and wash our faces and change our pillowcases. I think that is what I had for you today.
Thank you so much, Sodwa, for that very brief presentation. The floor is now open for discussion. Please feel free to add, to subtract, to disagree, to agree. The floor is open. What the face, the hair, do you agree? What do you think? Maybe you can share some tips. Yeah, also maybe for those who don't have much to say, maybe you can think about how you would approach a friend who you clearly see is just not, they're slacking some way by the face and the hair, or you just see that, okay, this is affecting them in this way. How would you approach? Yeah, the floor is open. I see.
That was actually part of my presentation. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
How would you approach someone who you think, okay, hair stinks. This is the thing. When you don't wash it for a long period of time, for us who get braided, when you have your braids for like a whole month, they start to smell. And I'm sure some of you people have sat next to certain persons whom their hairs just don't smell nice. I don't know if hairs is the word, but what I can tell you is that when you're approaching people like this, please consider being kind. Don't just go and say your hair is smelling. That okay, it's true the hair is smelling, but it's offensive. Try to put it in a nice way. Like, I don't know. So let's just be like, so do you think washing your hair when you have braids on is advisable? And how often should you wash it? And then maybe during, you can spice more. In the end, you can tell the person, yeah, your hair, doesn't have a nice aroma, man. That other nice shampoo would make it smell nice. Or I would recommend you use this kind of shampoo. Or the person has acne and you see that this person is suffering. And also, I forgot to say, with acne, actually, it comes with the kind of foods you eat. So if you're eating too much oil stuff, too much sweet stuff, then that means your face is going to react and you're going to get acne. So you could tell the person, so you can ask the person, like, do you eat a lot of sweets? And then you'll be like, okay, I read, acne, when you eat a lot of sweets, it brings so and so. Don't just go direct. Be nice. Yes.
Thank you so much, Sadwa, for the addition. And most definitely, it is very important for us to be kind when we approach someone who we can just see that, yeah, this person either needs some awareness or some pointers, but we need to be very strategic because what if it was you, hey? And yeah, but what do you guys think? Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. I see that Chadi's hand has been up. Chadi, please go ahead very briefly.
Okay, I'll try to be brief. Okay, this is my personal experience. Because as I was growing up, I had acne like very much. And I remember in high school, my friend were like not being kind to me. Like they were like, "Chatty, you have acne, most. You look like a frog." And this is what they're telling me. I was so depressed, like really, very much. I was really doing my best to, but it was like, okay, maybe it's also kind of a question, like, when you grow up, there's a time where certain, things, as you grow up, it's gonna come out, and okay, yeah, when I was growing, I was like, they told me like it's like a part of life, like you're just growing, and then after a time it will disappear and stuff, and that was true, most, cause this like it didn't take long and what, but it's just the way friend like treated me. It was so bad, like really, I was even depressed because of this. Just reminding me, I know that I've ignored, like how why should you remind this and what. I think we should really be kind, should really be kind, because it's kind of uh, I don't know how to put this, but it's also bad, like when, because he knows most that he has acne, and don't remind him, but try to help him, how we can fix it and what. Just, yeah, just be nice, in short.
Thank you so much for sharing your personal experience. And yes, I can totally relate to that. I have acne. I don't know if you guys can see. Maybe you guys will see me yesterday. Yeah, but I have acne, and it's not okay. This is my acne. My acne is triggered by heat, and my naturally oily skin. Now, if you add a pillowcase that has not been washed within, let's say, 3 days, it's worse. Then there's the hormones. So there's always a part I need to play in reducing my acne. I can't completely do away with it at this point. I tried almost everything except seeing a dermatologist, but I really can't. The best I can do is wash my face and change my pillows. So that pillow changing, 2 weeks is a lot. I don't agree with 2 weeks. For me, I can literally only do 3 days. Then I have to change pillowcases. Have I literally have 3 pillowcases that are the same color that I have to change every 2 days because I sleep on one side and I sleep on the other side, then it has to be washed. So in a week, I have to change pillowcases at least 4 times, 4 to 5 times. It depends. So yeah, yeah. If you have issues like mine, the pillowcases, and also with the hair, I know that my hair needs to be washed when this part. So in most hair products, especially there by the ladies, even the guys, there's something called a comedogenic, which is found in hair products, which causes acne. So what happens is that when your hair is dirty, or after applying those products and you sweat and whatnot, it literally comes into your face. And this part of your face breaks out. I don't know if any of you have had that experience, but that has been my experience in the past. So just wash your hair. Yeah, wash your hair or keep it out of your face, whatnot. But yeah. Any other comments, perhaps? No? Okay, we have 5 minutes left. Anybody wants to say something, please go ahead. Okay. Nobody. Okay. On the approaching a friend part, that is always tricky. And a friend reminded me a few days ago that do unto others as you'd like others to do unto you. It applies with this hygiene talk, to be honest. And when it comes to the face or whatever it is, really, we need to put ourselves in the person's shoe and just imagine how you'd want someone to approach you. Sometimes you don't even need to bring attention to the person's problem, but just recommend something. Like, make it your personal situation and share it. Like, for example, with this hair thing, like if you notice that this person's hair is not clean or it's not tidy, you could probably, I don't know, like probably say something like, hey, I started using this product and it smells really great. You should totally try it. Or even try getting it for them that, hey, I thought of you when I was buying this. I was buying it for myself, but I also thought of you. Here you go, you could try it. Or like, just be creative. If the person is close to you, relationships also matter. You could tell them. Yeah, it's a denial phase that most people do not like to experience, but some people deny the fact that they have a problem, and you can't do anything about that, but you can do your part in trying to make them feel a bit more comfortable and not trigger anything unnecessarily. So I see a comment in the chat section. Our anonymous said, sometimes the air in your environment or surrounding also affects or contributes to your acne because it's dry and carries impurities, which is true. I think if I lived in a more humid environment, maybe just maybe, my acne would be better. But yeah, guys, let us talk. Please, the discussion, okay? Today we have exceptions of presentations, but for the purpose of encouraging a discussion. Also, maybe something that was not mentioned. Some people, someone did not wash their face when you see the corners of their eyes, like this part, there's some dried up tears or whatever, and also the corners of their mouths, those who drew. Some people don't see the mirror, they just up and go. Yeah.
Can I comment?
Yes, please. Thank you, Joey.
Oh yeah. Okay. On the part where you said I don't know who said it, but what about the environment or the air or the oily faces? So which leads to pimples and so forth. Or I don't know if you call them pimples or you guys have another name for those ones. But then I would love to say there was a recommendation which was given out that normally when you suffer from, is it what is that term?
Acne.
Yeah, is it acne? Yeah, when you have acne, it's always recommended that you don't pop the pimples, especially if you have an oily face, because the more you pop them, the more they grow on the face. So it is best to use skin treatment or skincare something rather than popping them yourself, because the more you pop them, the more you damage your skin, and then the more they also grow due to the oils that are in the face or in the face itself. So they end up becoming a lot. From 1, it becomes 20. From 20, it becomes a full face. So yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And said they are also hormonal. Okay, that's true. What about the ones which occur when someone is crashing on you? Bye.
I think that's a myth. I don't think that is true, but maybe someone else will disagree, I don't know. But since we have 40, roughly 40 seconds to go, I just wanted to comment on what you said. Do you know how disturbing it is to have that white pimple on your face that you apparently can't pop? Do you know how disturbing it is, not just to yourself, but to other people? Maybe we can talk about that on a later stage when we have more time. But since we're running out of time, I will not address that right now. But seriously, keeping your hands off me particularly, I tried. It does not work for me. But I see where you're coming from. Also, just make sure that your hands are clean and that you clean the area after you've popped it. But yeah, Anonymous, I'm so sorry, but we've run out of time for this segment. So please reserve your comment for later or type it out in the chat. Our next presenter, I believe, is Joey. Joey, please begin your presentation.
Okay, thank you and good evening. I was going to show my face as requested, but Chadi discouraged me big time.
No. This is, look, Chadi discouraged you, but there are 9 other people that are encouraging you right now.
Okay, please. Lena, don't. Okay, it's fine. I will unpost the video, but Lena should not stay too much. Okay, there we go. So the topic was given is the 2 parts I was given is the ears and the nose. These are the stuff we normally tend to ignore. Based on hygiene, we totally ignore them most of the time. We don't consider them. They should be behind the ears or the ear themselves and the nose. For us tall people, when a short person looks up to you, they see small clouds of mucus and stuff, which is not quite interesting or not interesting. But anyways, I have a few stuff to share. Let me just share my screen here. About the effects that these things normally tend to cause. Okay, start broadcast. Okay, I hope you guys all seeing my screen. Okay, sorry for those who are very sensitive to pictures. It's going to be a little bit visual. Okay, symptoms. There are symptoms in children, common in children and adults also. When the ears are normally dirty, when you don't clean your ears regularly. Okay, I know this is a study or this is a statement which says ears clean themselves. Yes, they do clean themselves, but you also need to put on an extra. You have to go an extra mile to clean them themselves, because when the wax remains in the ear for too long, it becomes bacteria, and then it leads to it causes ear infections after some time or in a longer period of time. Okay, then here are some symptoms which are common now in the children, which is now ear pain, especially when lying down. There are certain times your ear hurts when you lie down and put pressure on it, which is a symptom or indication that you might be heading to you might be having an ear infection, or you are going there. Trouble sleeping, you can't sleep when your ears hurt. And then you have loss of balance. Our balance actually comes from the ears. If you have not noticed, when you don't, those who have hearing problem also have a problem with balancing. You can't balance well enough. You can't balance your body well. And then you also suffer from headaches. Also, let's say, you have trouble hearing and responding to sounds. Someone can be very close to you and then be speaking, but you can't hear because of the infection. Let me give you a personal experience of myself. I clean, I can clean my ears right now, like clean them with earbuds now. And then it becomes all clean until the earbuds start coming out clean the same way they went in. And then I clean them the following day, and the stuff that comes out of it is like they were never cleaned for months and months. And then, if I go a week or 2 weeks without cleaning my ears, I start developing small pimples around the ear itself. Then it starts swelling. It swells up sometimes here and there. And then it bleeds sometimes also if I don't clean them. But the moment I clean them, 2-3 days down the line, the swelling reduces and the pimples disappear. So hygiene on the ears itself is very important, because it might seem like, okay, it might seem harmless, the wax or the dirtiness in the ear might seem harmless, but in the long run, it will lead to problems. I believe none of us here want to go deaf. You've been listening to so much all your life, and then you go deaf all of a sudden. It becomes torturing or tormenting to us. So for those who don't like seeing pictures, I hope none of you is eating. I'm just going to show you how it looks like inside an ear when it's infected. As the first pictures are showing, it's very disgusting. It doesn't look nice. But anyways, the dead, when it reaches to this level, it becomes a risk to your personal health. It becomes unhygienical, if there's a word like that one. But yeah, stuff like this start coming out of your ear gets infected. And in the long run, it might even lead to cancer or your ear being amputated if they do that. Okay, and then moving on to the next part, which is the next body part as assigned, is the nose. Mucus itself is a problem. It seems harmless also, but when the mucus stays too long in the nose, the bacteria in the mucus itself turns into a virus, which normally causes the sinus infection. And then the bacteria, they cause sinus infections. And then this is how it looks like when it becomes too serious. This is how it looks like when it becomes too serious. If you thought a dirty nose is harmless, think again. The bacteria in your mucus becomes more active when it's exposed to air and causes infections over time. The longer you leave the mucus in your nose, the longer the more effective, or the more bacteria grows on it. And the more bacteria you have there, it becomes a breeding ground for viruses and bacteria and germs, which leads to infections such as this in the long run. And I believe none of us want to go through this. So just an encouragement that we should always make sure that our noses are clean. As winter is approaching, we'll be having flu here and there. We should try blowing them on a regular basis. Keep them clean so we don't have to go through all this. Same thing with the ears. I recommend you guys get earbuds to clean your ears, and not feathers of chickens, the cap of the pen, that pointy part, or a stick or something. Try using an earbud to prevent damaging your eardrums and to prevent you from hurting yourself eventually. My presentation was so short. That is the end of it. Over to Lovisa.
Thank you so much, Joey. You finished in time. You finished 40 seconds earlier. But thank you so much. Trust me, we all use those things. I won't even lie. My pens have lost caps because they're in my ears. I'm kidding. No, but like, no, not the actual pen. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are going to start our 10-minute discussion. What do you guys think? Man, I didn't know so much. I see that Zodwa's hand is up. Zodwa, please go ahead.
Yeah, I also wanted to say that when you don't clean your ears, you can actually get ear pimples. These ear pimples grow as blackheads. Blackheads are they're one of the most stubborn pimples that we normally get on our faces. So it's like this dark spot, which looks like there is nothing. It doesn't even look like a pimple. It's just a black spot. But when you squeeze it, there's this, disgusting, the thing that comes out. And those things grow in your ears. And cleaning your ears doesn't only involve using an earbud. When you bathe, please wash your ears. Wash them behind, wash them inside with a Vaslab or whatever you use, and rinse the water by the ear. And I also just wanted to touch up on the face. I see that people don't know that we have different skin types. We do. We have oily, normal, combination, and dry. The normal skin type is the one that is neither dry, neither oily. Now, how do you know if your skin is oily? The T-zone, which is from your nose going up and then, it extends to your eyebrows. That is your T-zone. If you are oily skin type, just during the day, right? Touch your face and look at your fingers. You would see a bit of oil in it, or your cheeks. That's how you know you have an oily skin. A dry skin, there's nothing. You touch the T-zone, the cheeks, there is nothing. And then the combination is sometimes you have dry and sometimes you have oily. And also knowing your skin type helps you choose the right products in which to use. One mistake that I had made when back in the days when my acne was bad is that I would watch YouTube videos on skincare routines, and everything the person says, I would go and buy it. So if they say, guys, I use Garnier or I use this Dudu or Sun soap, I'm going to look for the Dudu or Sun, not knowing that this person has either dry skin or oily skin, and I didn't know my skin type until later when I found that it's oily. So knowing your skin type helps you buy the right products. Yes.
What about normal? Talk about normal.
Yes, normal. How did I say again? Normal skin is neither dry nor too oily, and then it's neither dry nor too oily. So it's not too dry. It's not. I don't know how you're going to tell if it's too oily. Some of these things they're deep to explain, man. Let's just read about it more. And then there's also sensitive skin, whereby you use certain products and your face burns. You know, you just put a little bit of this product and your face burns, then you have sensitive skin as well. So yeah.
That is true. Thank you so much, Zodwa, although you stole 10 minutes from our discussion about ears and the nose.
Sorry.
But I hope you guys got that. Okay. If you want to address the skin thing further, please wait for later, if we still have time. But yeah, like just a comment, guys, please feel free to speak on the ears and the nose bite. Just something that I picked up, because I get a lot of pimples in my ears, around my ears, and I always try to make sure that my earwax is out. And guys, earbuds are a trap. A lot of doctors will tell you not to use earbuds, because you're literally, in as much as you're cleaning your ear, you're pushing the wax back inside. But what is advisable is to use the earbuds to clean as outside of your ear as possible, but not go in there and, no. They strongly advise against that. And the best ear cleanser is water, because earwax dissolves with water. So literally, you can take a cloth, a damp cloth, and just go in there and massage. It will come out. It will come out. And some people have a condition where their earwax does not present itself. So you don't see it. You think your ears are clean. Then you realize that, no, man, the air pressure in this room is a bit too much, or it just feels clogged, but you can't reach it. Some people have to literally go to a doctor to have their earwax removed. I know someone like that. So yeah, also another thing about the ears that I picked up is that, okay, now me personally who gets pimples all over, headsets. My headsets encourage acne. Not acne, but I react to such. So maybe it's advisable to also just sanitize your headsets, and please don't share earphones. I know people who've developed an infection from sharing earphones. And I know that we've all done it. Maybe there's someone who has never done it, but we've all done it. But sometimes you may not escape the infection situation. So really just avoid sharing earphones. Yeah. There by the nose, I have a question that was not addressed. How would you approach someone? We've all been in this situation. How would you approach someone who has a bit of mucus, just sticking out there by the corner, or, because this is natural, this happens. You don't know. This is nature. How would you approach someone who has a little booger or snot just sticking out from there and they are not aware? Let's talk. Okay. We have 4 minutes. Who was that?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are, Yvonne.
Okay, how would I approach? I wouldn't actually say anything, but I would just touch my nose, and then the next person would get a signal that, okay, there's something wrong with my nose. I've done it a couple of times, like if I saw someone with boogers, And yeah, they would notice, and then they would,
Mm.
make a move and clean the nose. Also, I have something on the ears. When it comes to cleaning your ears with an earbud, the many people do it very wrong, because the way they do it is like they're actually pushing back the earwax, and then this can also cause like damage to their ears. You need to, when you use the earbud, you need to like twist it in like circular motions and not just push it in there and then you pull it out, because people don't know how to use earbuds, and this also causes some ear problems and all that stuff. So please, guys, do research on how to clean your ears with an earbud.
Thank you, Yvonne. Guys, please don't be shy to do research about your body. Don't be shy. Let us desire to be hygienic. Even if you think that, no, I'm on top of my game here. There's so much to learn. Okay. Comes, please go ahead. We have 2 minutes. So please keep your comment brief.
Thank you. I'm also tying on the ears. What I realized with mine is that it cleans itself automatically. I think after a while, what happens with me, a ball just runs out and falls. That's how my hair cleans itself. Don't know how it does it, but it just comes out. Then it's clean.
Interesting. I think I've had that experience as well. It's very disturbing, but it's also very satisfying. It's actually a good thing. But it's always nice to catch it before anybody else sees it. Because sometimes it may have come out, but now it's stuck and everybody can see it.
Oh, that's the
But
thing.
on a serious note, guys, when our mothers say wash behind the ears, it's for your sake. Mom does not want you to go embarrass yourself as an adult. So guys, just scrub extra there. Also, don't be shy to ask the next person if your ears are clean, because you can't see behind your ears. You just ask. I still do this today. Like, I literally go to my mom and I'm like, Mommy, are my ears clean? Really? Like, guy or girl, just find someone that you trust to be honest with you and just do it. Because some of us will really not tell you. It's not easy. But yeah, I'm telling everybody now. Okay, I'm not specifying who, because I don't know who. I'm not been looking at people's ears, but just go check, clean nicely, scrub behind there. Yeah, so the next presenter is Yvonne. Yvonne, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Just give me a second or two.
Okay. As we give Yvonne a second, we still have 40 seconds. Chadi, you have 20 seconds to talk. Try to say something while Yvonne prepares.
I have to talk. Hello?
Yes. Your hand was up.
Okay. Oh no, I was clapping because Ivan was about to say something. But yeah, maybe something I can say in a few minutes. They hear
Seconds.
I'm ready, guys.
Okay. Yeah. Oh,
I'm sorry,
yeah, okay.
Chadi.
It's fine.
Okay. Just type it out, please. Yvonne, please go ahead.
Okay. Let me just share my screen. I am not gonna turn on my camera.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Right. So, is it showing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I will be talking about the mouth, the invisible beast that lives inside your mouth. Right. So one thing about the mouth now. The mouth, yes, the mouth. Anyways, we're just gonna go on, and I'll talk about the causes of bad breath, but I will just there are many causes, but I'll just focus on one really that I'm gonna go deep into, because I only have 7 minutes. Anyhow, so bad breath can be caused by smoking, consuming certain foods and drinks, some infections that you might have, Also, gastric reflexes, yes. Bad breath is caused by an odor-producing bacteria that grows in the mouth, and this results from bad oral hygiene. Now, this bacteria, right, the one that's found in the mouth, it accumulates on your tooth, right? If you go, okay, let's say if you go a whole day without brushing your teeth and you probably go to bed, this bacteria will actually accumulate on the small bits of food that's left in your mouth, right? And it leads to what that white kind of colorless sticky film of bacteria, which is called plaque, and it stays on your teeth and on your tongue, right? Yeah. So this whole situation of a bad breath is also called oral halitosis or oral malodor, right? So this right here are effects. Sorry, am I still audible? Because my network is not good. Just tell me if I'm still audible.
Yes, you are. You're very audible. We can hear you.
Thank you very much. So the effect of effect of oral health hygiene, gum disease. If you go days without cleaning your mouth, brushing and whatsoever, flossing and whatnot, your gums become red, they become swollen, they become sore, and then they bleed. It also makes, I mean, gum disease also makes eating very difficult for you, you know. And tooth decay, we have tooth decay. If you do not brush your teeth, take care of your mouth and whatnot, the plaque that develops on your teeth and on your tongue will surely eat away the tooth enamel, and then you will get tooth decay, you will get cavities. And trust me, they are not beautiful. They are not something nice to have. Also, bad breath can be embarrassing if you're around people. It can cause you anxiety and discomfort. Now, the discomfort, you won't actually, okay, for those who do not know they have stinky breath, they will not feel the discomfort, but the discomfort will be felt by those around the person with a stinky breath. You check? Okay, good. Also, distance from people, stigmatization. People will start distancing themselves from you if you've got bad breath. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that point more a little bit later. And please, you're also disturbing the environment if you have bad breath. Okay, let's continue. Preventing bad breath. Wait, just give me a moment. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry. Am I audible still?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I just need to keep asking because I don't trust this network. Preventing bad breath. You need an oral hygiene routine. Yes, you need a routine. You need to know when and how to clean your mouth, right? You need to choose your toothpaste wisely. Now, you can't go out there if you're a lazy person, let's say, and you want to go read on all the toothpastes that are there so you make a right choice, right? If you'd like to make a wise choice, you can probably try out different toothpastes like per week. Like let's see, the first week you use Aquafresh, second week Sensodyne, the other week Colgate, and you see which one really works for you if you know you get bad breath. And you ask people around you like, hey, what do you think about my breath and whatnot, if you're okay with it. You need to floss regularly. If you cannot go out there and buy floss, get thread. There must be thread in your house somewhere. Roll it around your finger and, you know, go in between your teeth and pull out the little bits of food that's stuck in there. Just please floss. It's very, very useful because, you know, sometimes when you brush your teeth, you know, you can't get every little bit of food that's stuck in there. So flossing will really make a difference. Also use mouthwash. If you're gonna afford that mouthwash, use salt water. Yeah, it also helps. It helps a lot. Using a tongue scraper. Okay, many people don't actually know that you can use a tongue scraper for your tongue to remove the plaque that's stuck on there. But if you're brushing and it's not working, you probably got a soft toothbrush. Try getting a tongue scraper. I do not know what you can use. You know, if you don't have a tongue scraper, but just yes, go get one. Now, how to get rid of bad breath? You can start by eating raw fruits and vegetables. Just biting into an apple or chewing such a fruit. Okay, an apple would be very nice, or a carrot, really, because it's hard and it just kind of somehow cleans your teeth. You also need to chew. Kamachi. So you also need to chew sugar-free gums. Drink more water. You can have mints just to freshen up your breath. And of course, please do brush your teeth. That is very, very necessary. It is actually recommended that you brush your teeth twice a day for 2 minutes. Now, here's the thing. It don't matter if you brush your teeth for 5 minutes and you're not brushing your teeth the right way. Guys, there's a right way to do everything. You can't just go in your mouth there and you're just deciding to swish your toothbrush every which way. No, you need to do it. I think I'll have to turn on my camera later so I'll show you guys how to move the toothbrush. But it's okay. Let me not waste time on that. So I'm going to share a little. Before I continue with the facts and did you know facts and nuggets, I'm going to ask again, am I audible?
Yvonne, you are out of time. So I'm gonna
Really?
remove.
Wait, just give me a minute.
I'm gonna do from the 10-minute discussion. So please wrap up.
Okay, let me just wrap up. Okay, let me just keep the additional facts and I'm just going to jump onto how you can approach a friend with bad breath, right? You yourself need to do an introspection. Ask people around you, how's your breath? Because you don't want to go out there and you want to tell someone to go freshen up, but you yourself are actually not having a good scent. And try to offer them mints, maybe like just buy randomly and you give it unto them, and then they'll actually kind of get a hint that okay, I see this the message that this person is trying to give. Also, if you're not that comfortable or you're not that close to the person, try to get someone that's closer to them and talk to them and tell them to talk to the person that's suffering from the bad breath. Yes, also you be clean, don't be that person. Okay, I'm done. Sorry for taking up so much time.
It's okay, Yvonne. Thank you so much. Thank you so much
Also,
for your
I'm still not
presentation. Okay. Do you want to continue? That will eat into the discussion, but sure, go ahead.
No, it's okay. We can have the discussion, and then if there's more time, I can go on.
Okay, all right. So, guys, the floor is open for discussion. Yeah, let's talk about the mouth, okay? The breath, the teeth, the tongue. I have a small testimony to share. But the floor is open before I share. Anybody? Somebody? It's very lonely today. I'm actually very surprised. And I thought people would be more active in this discussion. Anyone?
Yeah, I would like to say something
Go ahead, Sophia.
about the mouth. The mouth is very important. It needs to be kept clean. Personally, I have no choice. I'm not saying that if I had a choice not to brush my teeth, I wouldn't. I would. But in the evenings, I have to brush my teeth because if I do not, then my gums swell up because of the food I've been eating during the day, and then somehow when I'm sleeping, I don't know what happens, but I'll just wake up with swollen gums and then I'm sick. I'm unable to talk, I'm unable to eat comfortably. So it's very important that we brush our teeth twice a day. In fact, we can even do more than twice. I have a friend who is agitated. He says that every time I'm done eating something, I have to brush my teeth. I almost became like him, but I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But just brush your teeth at least twice a day. When you wake up and before you go to bed. I think it's good enough.
Also, just to add to that, if you are probably somewhere where you cannot brush your teeth, but there's water, you can just rinse your mouth off.
Okay. Thank you for your comments, ladies. Charlie, please go ahead very briefly.
Okay, I have a question actually. Like,
Okay.
now for those who have yellow teeth, what's cause I don't know. It just happened that some people have yellow ones, though they are brushing and stuff, but the teeth are still yellow. What's how do we fix that?
It depends on the type of food you eat. So, for example, if you eat food with turmeric, turmeric is yellow, curry is yellow. Well, most curries are yellow, last time I checked. But it depends on what you're eating because it can literally dye your teeth. Also, please don't brush more than twice a day. You'll be wearing down your enamel. Next thing you know, you have teeth the width of a paper. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, don't brush too much. Anyway, maybe someone else has a different response to that. Coffee as well. Thank you, Anonymous. Coffee stains as well. Even smoking. Smoking also stains the teeth. Brown, yellow. I know someone, also gray. Ironically, water also stains teeth. Yeah.
Yes,
But yeah, so did we answer your question?
Try chewing charcoal, it also helps.
Yes, charcoal helps, and baking soda. I instantly whitened my brother's teeth using baking soda. Yeah. Joey,
Yeah,
please
there's
go ahead.
actually before Joy, just a short comment on how to whiten your teeth. You can use charcoal powder with toothpaste. So you put toothpaste and then you dip it in the charcoal and you brush your teeth. But the thing about charcoal is it's quite tricky because when you then brush into the inside gums underneath, it's more like the charcoal stays into the teeth. So I don't know how to remove that. So I think baking soda is advisable. Baking soda with a bit of lemon and toothpaste. Perfect.
Interesting. I didn't know that combination, but I'm familiar with just literally baking soda with water to make a good paste and just putting it on your teeth, covering your teeth with it and smiling for as long as you can. Literally just like that.
Yeah, but baking soda tastes bad, but do it for the teeth.
It tastes bad, but guys, I live by baking soda and I'll share that sometime later. But let me just give my very short, brief testimony when it comes to the mouth. Okay, so I had braces in high school and I had to get into the habit of flossing. Guys, flossing with braces is a headache. Okay. So even when the braces were removed, I still had to floss. Like I got into a routine of constantly brushing my teeth and flossing. Guys, please floss even if there's no food stuck between your teeth because bacteria get stuck there. Floss, you'll be very surprised. Surprised, okay? And when you floss, smell that string, smell it. If it smells bad, brush again. And go back with that floss and check if everything is fine. Because literally, you could have clean teeth, but it's the insides of your teeth, the gaps between your teeth that are smelly. And let me just say, I really like the fact that Yvonne emphasized on the sugar-free gum. Guys, sugar attracts toxins and toxins and bacteria stick to sugar. So if you eat sugary stuff, please drink water, rinse your mouth with water, otherwise your breath is gonna be funky. But yeah, also another part of my testimony as well is that I had tonsillitis, and when you have tonsillitis, you know those things that come out of your mouth, those white hard thingies that just randomly come out of your mouth. I don't know if you guys have experienced that, but I'm pretty sure people who still have their tonsils intact. Guys, those things smell bad. Yo! And that's literally food over time building up and getting stuck in your tonsils, like in the back of your mouth. you have your tonsils. So with time, they calcify, they become hard, and they pop out. And those things cause bad breath. You can be brushing, flossing. If those things are there, your mouth will stink. So I'm not sure if I had bad breath, but I could taste something bitter or sour in the back of my mouth, and I couldn't make sense of it. And it was tonsillitis. So I had my tonsils removed. I'm better now. But yeah, guys, we cannot escape bad breath. From time to time, you just need to check yourself. Feel your teeth. If you feel a layer of plaque, brush or carry that chewing gum or eat that fruit. Just be ahead of it, because sometimes it's really beyond your control. So I see a hand by Yvonne. We have 2 minutes.
You guys forgot about me.
Oh, sorry, Joey. Joey, please go ahead. Yvonne, you'll be after Joey.
Oh, but it's fine because you mentioned it about the what, those tonsil. I never knew the term until you said it.
Oh, they're called tonsil stones, by the way.
Yeah. I still suffer from that. Just why I always it's on me, because I know it's an issue. It means I have to remove the what now?
I still carry mints, guys. I'm okay, but don't ask me though. They are not for distribution, they are for me. I'm kidding. But on a serious note, mint has saved my life. But Yvonne, please go ahead.
I was gonna say, the plaque that develops on your teeth, right? You don't have to wait to see it in order to clean your teeth. You can feel it with your tongue if you just move it around, like on top of your teeth. Secondly, you don't have to use too much lemon for your teeth, because this makes your teeth very, very sensitive, and it causes a lot of unpleasant situations. Lastly, you should not brush your teeth before you have a meal. Let's say you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, right? And then you go for breakfast, and then you leave the house. You go with that little bits of food stuck between your teeth. So try, by all means, if you want to brush it twice in the morning, do it before you eat, and then also after you have your breakfast, or just choose to do it once and brush after breakfast and before you go to bed. Okay.
Yes, I totally agree. And guys, if you have to be on the safe side, because sometimes your toothpaste is not working, and if you can't afford to buy toothpaste, baking soda is cheap. I have baking soda, I live by it. Baking soda has been a breath saver. Whenever I find myself at someone's house, for example, and my breath is a bit funky, I ask for baking soda and I rinse my mouth. Okay. Apply that Colgate, dip it in baking soda, then you brush your teeth. It does not taste nice, but it's totally worth it. Our time is up. Lena, our time is up, but you can totally go ahead for like 30 seconds because our presenter stole some time also.
Okay.
Sorry? I think you're muted. Lena,
mute yourself.
No, the presenter can go ahead.
Okay. Our next presenter is our next presenter. Yes, our next presenters are Postman and Perry. Are you guys ready? Postman and Perry.
No, it was very short notice, but we'll go ahead anyways.
Okay, please.
Anyways, so we'll be, just give me some time. Am I audible though?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
All right, so Perry won't be here. He is not available. But however, the topic he got was armpits. This is a very interesting situation. So I'll open with some basic facts about the armpits. Many people experience smelly armpits from time to time when people do experience sweat, the liquid, mixes with bacteria on the skin, and when it dries, it can cause an unpleasant smell. So when this sweat is caused, it's mostly built up of urea. So urea does have a distinctive smell, and that is something you really can't not notice. Sweat is responsible, for smelly armpits. However, sweat is a very, very normal process, and it's actually necessary for the body. When you do sweat, you know that, okay, fine, my body is functioning properly. The reason why you do sweat is that so that your body doesn't overheat. The same way we have this imitations of, your phone overheating and, your computer overheating. Your body also has a mechanism of which it prevents overheating, and this is sweating, right? Interesting fact is that there are about 2 to 4 million sweat glands on the body. Most of these sweat glands go by the name of eccrine. These are eccrine sweat glands, and the other one is apocrine sweat glands. So people have lots, of both of these sweat glands, and some of them are found in the armpits. So the eccrine sweat glands release a clear liquid that does not smell. However, it dries on your skin and it can smell. The apocrine sweat glands release a thick liquid that smells when it mixes with bacteria on the skin, and this becomes a problem. So usually when you do sweat and you don't bath, moving to the solutions now, what happens is that you start to have an odor, right? And moreover, if you continue sweating and it mixes with this apocrine sweat glands, that thick liquid, your body starts reacting. You might have some bumps on in your armpits, and also sometimes regarding hair. Regarding the topic with hair and the armpits, it's almost individual to every person because they're very different. However, generally hair is there for a purpose, right? So usually the hair in your armpits, it's usually it's not entirely safe not to have hair at all, like 365. But normally but it's good to groom it, not to have too much also, because it does carry this. If you're someone that prefers to not shave, and it's fine, but if you do groom it, that is also okay. But having a certain amount of this hair also protects your body. As long as you do regularly bath, especially after exercise, after a long day where you notice that this long day has caused you to sweat, then it's very necessary for you to bath. One of the solutions to this is that urea is affected by hydration. So the more hydrated you are, the smell of the urea of the sweat will be less. So hydration is very important. If you don't drink as much water, then the smell will be more distinct to you. But however, if you do keep yourself hydrated, you might notice that even when you do sweat sometimes, you're really sweating, but there isn't really much of an odor. It's because you're really hydrated. So the solutions, this is one thing you really shun away from, and it's part of character building. That's why we're here on earth. I have a verse for you here. Proverbs 27 verse 5 reads, "Better is open rebuke than love that is concealed." So it's pretty straightforward. If someone has an odor, if someone probably exercised, or if you probably exercised, and if you're exercising with someone, or someone just generally has an odor, as a normal human being, you'd the same way you'd want someone to approach you, that is the approach you'll take. Maybe it's something medical, because there are medical situations to this where some people sweat more than others. This can be caused by anxiety, when you're nervous. Certain situations just cause you to sweat more at a time. However, if you notice that you sweat more than often, then you might want to get it checked out. There's so many conditions to it. So I would advise that if you really sweat more than the average person, then you really want to get that checked out. However, if you're someone that sweats, however, sometimes it's normal if you sweat more than often, but it doesn't have an odor to it. It doesn't affect you. You don't have bumps, etc. Then it's more or less a bit normal. It means that probably your pores are open. Pores can be opened by exercise, and probably also means that you're really hydrated. So that might be normal. But if you see that it's a bit irregular, you sweat a lot, there's an odor or there are bumps, and you just see that it's out of the normal circumstance, then you really want to see a doctor. There are different causes to it, different situations. Sometimes the bumps are caused by probably you shaved and you cut yourself. A bump can be caused by that. The bump can be caused by ingrown hairs, so sometimes that's normal. So it's just really the hair trying to get out. But sometimes when the hair is trying to get out caused by shaving, it means that because the hair is trapped, there might be a bit of either pus or acne there. So that's normal. It's just really the body trying to alert you that, hey, this hair wants to get out. Other times it could be based on a bacterial infection. The most uncomfortable one is actually when you have a bump and you possibly have a worm there, then it's really deep. So if you notice that some conditions are not so normal, then you really want to see a doctor for that. But generally, sweating is an essential bodily function. It's really perfectly normal. Most people will have sweaty armpits, but yeah, the regular solution to this is bath, especially when you're at a busy day. If you exercised, it's really that simple. Bath. When it comes to maintaining the odor in your armpits, this is where deodorant and what's the other one? Starts with a P. I can't get that word, but the spray. This is when these are things you use to. Excuse me.
Antiperspirant.
Exactly.
Also,
yeah. So these are the measures we use.
Please wrap up.
So these are the measures you should use to prevent these body odors and maintain a more pleasant smell. However, there's also caution. There's some people react to them differently. So just some caution on that. And also just to close off, 1 Corinthians 6:19-20 says, do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies. 3 John 1:12 says, dear friend, I pray that you may enjoy good health, that all may go well with you, even as your soul is getting along. So even if spiritually okay, you still need to take care of your temple. You just can't treat it somehow, because at the end of the day, you'll be held accountable for this. That sums up the topic of armpits.
Thank you so much, Postman, for your presentation. Yeah, armpits, hey? Yeah, it's a very, that one is very sensitive. And yeah, I've met people who've never dealt with armpit odor. I'm sadly not one of them. But yeah, guys, discussion. Comes, I see your hand. Go ahead.
Now, how do you help a brother or a sister where the environment that they produce? You know those who like this and catching you like that, and it's not fine. How do you explain to the brother or the sister? The breath is not according to the level, and on a Christian way, how do you tell the person that the road to Calvary is not fine?
Interesting question, Joey. Please go ahead.
Enjoy and understand.
Okay, I know the comment comes give is quite interesting, and then it's too tough. It's two things which are difficult to tell a person. It's the bad breath, and then the armpits. Those two are always tricky because people they always get offended. But I think it's always best we come clean. Then you just have to find another. I don't know which other alternative to tell them, or just ask them a question like, "What do you do? Is it deodorant to use, or what type of roll-on do you use, and so forth." Maybe they might get a hint of what you're trying to tell them, so they at least try changing it. Because this thing, the smell of these armpits. With some people, it becomes so severe to a point that you can taste the smell. But I think we should just find a different approach to tell them, no, man. Try using Nivea probably, or try using, I don't know what type of brands that's quite effective. Yeah. And then you should tell them, I think you should also ask, like, how regular do you shave underneath your armpits? Because the hair, the hair itself is the one which causes the smell. The more hair you have there, the stronger the smell also. Nah. That it even penetrates through a mask.
Okay. Interesting. But Joey, these approaches, would you want someone to approach you like that?
No, no, yeah, and I don't mind, but I'm just saying, find a different alternative. Like, tell the person, or just ask a question, like, how often do you shave? That's only if you guys are close. Nah. Like me and Perry, I can Perry anything. I can tell him, my brother, your armpits are killing me, so can you please? I will not mind. But if it's someone you're not close to, you should use someone who's close to them, or you find another approach to tell them, I'm not good with this stuff because may I rather die in silence than hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah, ne? Before Zodwa comes in, I just want to share a little testimony. This is where my baking soda situation comes in. Guys, when I tell you that I've done everything possible, I've tried all the roll-ons in the world. I remember even spending $110 on roll-on, just trying things out. Don't work. Does not work. Some of us, it does not work. And I don't know if it's genetic, but it's literally just, I'm the only one in the family who has this problem. I'm just putting it out there. So I don't use roll-on. I've not been using roll-on for 7 years. I experiment to still find something, but I don't use roll-on. It's been 7 years. I started in high school, somewhere maybe 11, 12. And well, I've had this problem prior to that because my teenagers were miserable. I was that girl. So I discovered baking soda, guys. I've been using baking soda for 7 years. I use it for head to toe, from head to toe. That's been my thing. I use baking soda in my mouth, on my hair, on my face, my armpits, my feet. I use baking soda. That's been it. Because baking soda, what it does is it neutralizes smells. So I don't know how to explain it, but it neutralizes odors. And because I'm also very sensitive, I have sensitive skin, I don't react to it. I used to, it depended on the brand, but baking soda has been my lifesaver. Ask me how. But yeah, it's not easy. Some people, they've tried everything. This is why I think it's very advisable to share your own routine. Like, hey, have you ever tried this? It really works for me. Allow the person to also just, okay, like, as much as possible, listen, but also try to be very sensitive, because you don't want to ask someone what they use or when last they shaved, unless they're like really close and you really have that freedom. But yeah, I see Zodwa's hand has been up. Zodwa, please go ahead, followed by Yvonne.
Okay. Yes, just a tip that my high school teacher told us one day. She said that for her, she doesn't use roll-on. What she does is that before she goes into the shower, she takes it's foam bath, right? Foam bath or bath gel, and she puts it on her palms and she rubs it in her armpits and she lets it set for 30 minutes before she goes to go and shower. And she showers and she stays like that the whole day without bathing. So I mean, sorry, not without bathing, without she doesn't need deodorant or antiperspirant. So that stands in as antiperspirant or deodorant. And if someone is not smelling nice, just like Mr. Anonymous or Mrs. Anonymous said, that maybe it is just for that time period. You know, you've had a long day and you know your deodorant smell has expired. You know, they'll always say 24 hours, but all lies, all lies. So just be nice, man. You know, if it's a friend, just tell them, "Brah, go bath." I'm joking. Be nice, even to your friends. Yeah, I'm tired.
That is true. Thank you so much, Zodwa. And please put your hand down. Yvonne, please go ahead, followed by Kams.
Um, oh, you know how this roll-ons with the boleki shandies? Yeah, those things don't work for everybody, but people are forcing things. If you see you're using that and you're not getting a good odor from your armpits, try the armpit stick, or the deo itself. And the best deo to use now for everybody, be it male or female, is Micham. That thing barely has a smell, but it does the best for both genders. Please just go get it. It smells good. And also, if you know you're a very sweaty person and you get sweaty really quick, you can just get panty liners. I don't know about the guys though. Hey, and then you stick it in your shirt, right? Just on the shirt and the armpit. So when you sweat, it doesn't go on the shirt, but it goes on the panty liner. That's a hack. And lastly, if you know you're a sweaty person, please do not repeat your shirts. You wait today and then you put it back in the cupboard and whatnot. You want to wait the next day. No, just wait once and then wash it and then wait again. Wash and wear.
I agree. Kams, you put your hand down. Do you want to say something still?
It is fine. I will keep it.
Okay. So
It was
maybe
yeah, it's fine.
okay. Like just a last comment before we allow the next presenter, because we're still within time, is that, guys, there are days this is my experience. I'm not gonna hide it from y'all because it's reality. Some people experience this. Some of us will bath You bath, man. You use this foam bath, the best one you can find. You will try all of it, but the smell is not going. It's not. It's literally glued to your armpits. You try, it does not work. Guys, I use baking soda even to bath. I mix it with my shower gel. That's the only way.
Oh.
And it kills the germs as well. So ask me, baking soda. I'm a baking soda expert, guys. I use it for almost everything. So it really helps. Some of us are shy to talk about these things, but it's true. And we have silent struggles. So yeah. Our next or final presenter, for tonight is Chadi. Chadi, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Please go ahead. 7 minutes.
Okay, so I'll do my best to keep in time. I want to believe that we are always reserving the best for the end. Anyways, let's get into it. I'll be talking about our hands, like how we can have a good hygiene regarding our hands. This thing was scary, like when I was going through it, because you may think that we do the most, when it comes to our hands, but in to say the truth is that we actually neglect that aspect of thing, when we wash our hands and all of these things. we actually do not do it properly. And when we do not do it properly, there's a problem, you know. You know, hand hygiene is actually, you know, when you clean your hands, you know, to reduce the number of harmful pathogens present. Yeah, this is kind of the definition of how the definition of hand hygiene. Good hand hygiene prevents the spread of infection and reduces chances of illness. Ne? Whereas poor hand hygiene can encourage germs and bacteria to replicate, resulting in a greater spread of infection and disease. Do you understand? It's all about disease. That is the thing. This is why this subject is so important, you know, because sickness is there, illness is there. Like you can even die because of, you know, not taking care of your hand. This is scary, ne? Yeah. So now the question is, how can we have good hand hygiene? How can we take care of them? You know? Yeah. And the answer, we actually have two answers. It's when and how. This is how we can answer to this question. The when is when do we or when should we wash our hands? And the how is how should we wash our hands? Because these two are supposed to be are supposed to go together. If you can be washing at the right time and what, but you don't know how to wash them, then it's a mistake. You know. I'll just go through it quickly. I think I can try to share my screen quickly so people will be able to follow. Screen. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. The when. Always wash your hands before and after preparing and eating food. You know, some of us we just put our hands. You know, we run our hands under the water. You know, and this is what we do, and then we take them off, and then we start eating without, you know, even using soap and what. But it's very important for us to wash nicely our hands before preparing. Even when you prepare food, you have to eating before and after eating food. When you start preparing and when you're done preparing, wash your hands. Treating wounds or caring for a sick when you have a sick, when you touches him, when you touch him, just make sure to, you know, to wash your hands after. After touching an item or door handles, gas pumps, and shopping carts. You know, this we can really relate. The places where you find more bacteria are, you know, those door handles, and there are so many bacteria there. So you have to wash your hands before and after touching those things. Eh? Entering or leaving a public place. There's so many places we go to, and when we are done, let's say from now, when we are going home, we don't even wash our hands when you are home. Eh, inserting or removing contact lenses. Okay, this for those who have those contact lenses for the eye. It's recommended for us to actually, you know, wash your hands before and after you take them, removing or inserting it. Always wash your hands after using the toilet, changing a diapers, napkins, or what, or cleaning up a child who has used the toilet, touching an animal feet or animal waste, blowing the nose, coughing and sneezing, handling garbage, handling pet food and pet treats. So you have to wash your hands after doing these things. Now, how? Actually, you know, washing hands, it was very interesting to see that it's a whole step process. Like the steps most as we just go as, you know, as we feel like. But this is just the summary of the steps that we have to follow. Wash your hands with clean running water, either warm or cold. Apply soap and lather well. Rub your hands vigorously for at least 20 seconds. Remember to scrub all surfaces, including the backs of your hands, wrists, between your fingers and under the fingernails. Rinse well. Dry your hands with a clean towel and air dry uh, and hair dry them. Well, one mistake that we always do, when we go to those public, toilets and what, we after washing our hands, we then use our same hand that we just washed, to close the tape, and this is a big mistake. Gotta take I don't know, um, a tissue, use it, and then you use it just to close, and then you throw it away. Don't use the same hand that This is the mistake that we always do, because those tapes and those handles have so many bacteria and what. Okay, now this is now the consequences of not taking care of your hand, of having actually bad hand hygiene. Illness. This is actually the consequence. Illness, and so many kind of illnesses can come. Colds. Okay, these are airborne illnesses: cold and flu, chicken pox, meningitis. I say meningitis. These are being carried by the hair and what. When you don't wash your hand, they will just stick to your hand, and if you don't wash them, it's a problem. Coronavirus as well. Ne?
Charlie,
Sorry.
sorry to interrupt you, but you're out of time. 2 more minutes,
Am I?
please, to wrap up.
Okay, let me go. Let me just norovirus, viral gastroenteritis. Okay, I think Jennifer can explain this better. These are sicknesses that can actually they have so many symptoms. I'll just send them in the chat so you guys look at them, because I don't have time now. Hepatitis A, I think we all know about this one. Ne? And how long should we wash your hand? It's from 20 to 30 seconds, as I mentioned. And what type of soap should we use? To it's being recommended, like it's being advised that we should use that liquid soap. It's better than the bare one that solid one that we mostly use. Why? Because that one it's kind of can leave some bacteria there, and the other person will come and also use it. So it's better to use that liquid one. In short, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Charlie, for your presentation. We forgot to talk about the nails. Yeah. Yvonne has a comment. Yvonne,
The
please go
nails.
ahead.
Oh yeah, I've just yeah. I just wanted to say it like without I can comment on that later. Okay, what's the comment?
Okay.
Or should I
Oh, no, you can
talk
go
about the
ahead.
nails?
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, beneath the nails, actually, the place where we find it's actually a very nice spot or place for bacteria. That place should really, because bacteria are there, and most of the people really forget about washing beneath the nails and what. The bacteria, they like that place. It's a very nice spot for them. Everything is just okay. The temperature, you know they enjoy getting there. So you have to, when you wash your hand, consider even beneath your nails, and please.
Thank you, Charlie. Yvonne, please go ahead.
I have a comment, and the comment is, if you like keeping long nails, you need to make sure that the nails are clean. Because you'll find someone that has long nails, and those things are dirty. They're black, like inside. I don't know whether whatever they were scratching or touching there is very disgusting. So if you like keeping long nails, be it toenails or fingernails, please make sure they're clean. Also, the question is, can bar soap be dirty, or is bar soap clean? asking
Good
due
question.
to what Charlie just said.
Okay. Yeah, Basop is okay. It's not that okay to use that because you know when you wash your hand and then you have to put it back, and then it is just I don't know if you guys always struggle with that. After washing your hands, with the bar soap, and then you have to put it back and then stop it sitting on your hands. And when you leave, when the soap is on your hand, which means that some bacteria is actually transferred to your to the soap that you just left. This is how things go. So you the next person who gonna come, you just also take the same soap and do the same thing. There'll just be a certain amount of bacteria on the soap, on the bar soap left. That the danger with it. That's why it's better to use the liquid one because you don't have contact with your liquid. You just take the liquid that you need and then wash your hands and then you are done and you go about your business. Yeah.
Question for
Interesting.
fans though. Does the bacteria live on the soap or it dies? I want to know so badly.
Yo, I really don't know. Maybe someone else can
Yes.
tackle
That's
it.
what I said.
So it won't die.
But
It
Stan, the
survives on the
soap,
soap.
I don't know.
The problem is that the bar soap, it can contaminate the other person. The next person will come. There'll be some bacteria left on the soap, and when the person comes, when it will dry and what, the other person will come, will touch it, or maybe he's not even washing his hand. Oh yeah, let's say he's washing his hand, even like that, he will still leave some bacteria on the soap because he's holding it. That's a problem with the person because the person is holding it after using. I don't know if you guys get it. Should I go in biology to explain it? Okay, let me try.
I think it makes sense, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense. I think we can also just go do further research, but for the sake of time, we have 5 minutes, well, 6 minutes to wrap up the program. But yeah, all in all, guys, just wash your hands. Wash your hands. Find out how to properly wash your hands. Because you just applying soap and letting water run on your hands and rubbing them together is not enough. There are certain parts of your hands that need special attention. And I like to grow my nails. Well, not anymore, but when I do grow my nails, I know my hands are clean when the dirt under my nails comes out. So just use that as well to, to direct you if you grow your nails. But really, guys, you don't need nails. If you're not a woman, please cut your nails. I'm just saying, like, just for hygiene purposes, gentlemen, please cut your nails. It's not attractive. It's not attractive. Please. Please.
Especially
Yeah.
that long pinky, that long nail by the pinky. What can someone? Maybe you guys can explain to us. What
Hey.
is that? What is that? Please,
Very,
guys.
very disgusting. Oh, ma'am, sick.
You don't know the secret of that. You will understand it one day.
Oh no, that's
What
the
is the
thing.
secret? Want to know?
It's not part of ladies' agenda, it's men's agenda.
I
Hey,
men conference or what?
yo, okay. Okay. But from what I heard, let me just to expose some of the gentlemen. From what I heard, because apparently not all guys agree, is that apparently that kapinki is to scratch. It's that nail is for scratching in the right places, or for how we sometimes need our nails to open things or to just for them it's that and I don't know. But
Yeah,
yeah,
this-
no, I had an
True.
uncle who would
True.
use it to scratch or to pick his teeth, like pieces of food in his. I'm just like, no. He use it to.
I heard Kama is for riches. Kama,
But
if you
yeah.
have that pinky,
And my clothes comes.
you are destined for greatness. My head is for riches.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I see a comment in the chat. Brother or sister anonymous. Anonymous, please reveal yourself. Please be kind enough to reveal yourself. But anyway, brother or sister anonymous said, bacteria stays on the soap when it's wet. Okay, so bacteria likes to dwell in moist areas, which makes sense. Sweaty armpits, sweaty hair. But when it dries out, it dies. So make sure your soap is dry. But also, guys, if you see that the soap is a bit brown, just wash it also before you directly use it.
Hey guys, that pinky nail is just not the one. Sorry, whoever lied to you, they lied. I'm telling you now, it's not the one. Cut it.
You
But
would understand it.
no, but tell us,
You
Kams.
need to
Tell us.
cut it.
Maybe.
Maybe
Tell
we'll
us.
understand
Tell
when
us.
you tell us.
Tell us.
Oh, there's a time me and Gift also asked the elders on that. We had two different views. So yeah, you just like you said, it's to scratch things, no? Yeah.
You can
Okay.
literally scratch things even without your nail. Maybe people are busy scratching other things. People can be trusted.
All in all, just keep those nails clean.
Guys, I apologize if you hear the drama in the background. But anyway, just to wrap up. Okay, from a guitarist's point of view, there are men and women, but mostly men. It's mostly men I've seen that grow nails, long nails on their right hands. And this is for finger picking purposes, okay? But generally, a guitarist does not grow long nails. Hence the reason why, if my fingernails are short, just know that I've been playing guitar. Otherwise, I love to keep long nails. So yeah, just ask the person, are you a guitarist? If you're not, brother, sister, I mean, mostly brother, please. It's not attractive. It's not. But yeah, guys, we have come to the end. Those who would like to further chat, please let us meet in the background when the live has closed. But for the sake of time, and those who are just who've been with us from the beginning and who've just joined us, we have reached the end of part 1. This is part 1 of the personal hygiene conversation. Next week, we will have our part 2. Please invite a friend. Don't be shy to share your own experience. It's a safe space here, guys. Let's be real. Let's learn. Let's be honest. If you're struggling and you're not comfortable sharing with the rest of the group, find someone comfortable to talk to it about. Guys, I'm here. I'll not expose you. I know the struggles. I have many struggles with my body because apparently some of us need extra care and attention. So let us be kind and nice to each other. Don't just jump on a brother or sister and say, hey, you smell, or hey, your hair is untidy. You know, there are approaches. Pray if you don't know. Pray and ask the Lord, Lord, how do I approach this person? He is faithful to answer those prayers. Always. I've done it. Sometimes I really just talk about my baking soda situation, and that's how someone who struggles takes it and uses it, and the hygiene becomes better. So, yeah. Thank you guys for joining. Let us pray. Most gracious, kind, and loving Father, thank you, Lord, for allowing us to discuss a very personal and very sensitive topic, which is hygiene. It's not a favorite for many, and not many people really want to be told that there's something off about how they smell or how they're taking care of themselves. But the truth, Lord, is that we ought to carry one another's burdens and lovingly approach one another and reprove. Because really, Lord, we don't want to be the fool that does not accept correction. But Lord, help us to seek guidance from you first, Lord, because you know how best we need to approach a brother or a sister. Lord, we ask that you please forgive us if we've offended anybody or have said anything that is not appropriate and not according to your will. We ask that you please forgive us, and please continue to bless and keep us for the rest of the week. And may all the glory and honor be given to you always. In Jesus' name, amen.